Hello everybody, and welcome back to Evolving Vibes, the community for witches, pagans, spiritualists, and everybody in between. So for today's video, what we're going to be doing is harnessing tonight's full moon energy, and we're going to be creating a witch's spell ball. This spell ball is for a particular individual who's having some issues right now with neighbors and some other things. So this ball is going to be for protection, it's going to be for solitude, and it's going to be for peace in her home. So make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video, because at the very end, you're going to see the transformation from this plain blank globe into a witch's spell ball. So now, coming up next will be all of the ingredients I'm going to be using, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side of the camera. Hello everybody, and welcome back. So you just got to see a bunch of the ingredients that I'm going to be using tonight for this witch's spell ball. Now this ball is going to be for protection as well as solitude and peace in one's home. So I put all those ingredients out there, but I did forget a few to put with that. One of them is going to be lavender, another is going to be Himalayan salt, and another is going to be Dead Sea salt. That all being said, I'm going to be starting the ritual in just a few minutes to put everything together. When you next watch the video, what you're going to be seeing is a time lapse of all of that ritual. Hope it comes out okay. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed on this one because I've not done a time lapse video before. So I'm confident that it's going to work out, but we'll wait and see. I'm only going to do one take on this because it's a ritual and I'm not going to repeat any part of it. So what you're going to see in the time lapse is actually what's actually happening as I do the ritual. Now, one of the things you're going to see, I'm just going to take my calendar to show you, is you're going to see me doing this quite frequently. And what I'm actually doing is I'm going to have the ingredient that I'm going to add into the jar or into the ball in my hand, and I'm just putting my intent as well behind it as I put it into the spell ball. Again, putting my intent, putting my energy into that ball. Now, when I give this to the person that's going to be receiving it, what I'm going to instruct them to do is when they get back to their home, to just hold it in the hand, introduce themselves and their energy to that spell ball, and really infuse it with them, so that that ball becomes their own ball, infused with the universal energy for what the intent is going to be that I've infused in it, but most importantly, infused with their own intent and their own energy, so that it works tremendously well within their home. So stay tuned for the time-lapse video. It's going to be coming up in just a second, and I'll see you on the other side of that ritual. Welcome back, everybody. It's the next day. I finished the ritual, and more importantly, I finished the spell ball. And in just a minute, we're going to be showing you what that ball looks like. But before we do, I just wanted to touch base on the ingredients that you saw me using. Those ingredients, for me, represented everything that was needed for this person in that spell ball. It was for protection, it was for peace, and it was for restfulness within her home. And all of that being said, I use those ingredients. However, you can make your spell ball for whatever you want to make it for. It's all about your intent. And you can use whatever ingredients you feel represent that intent. So I hope you enjoyed that time-lapse video. That was my first time doing it. I think it came out pretty cool. And more importantly, as you want to see, here's the end product of the spell ball. I got it on a drawstring, and this is it. So it's got all of the ingredients that I said into it, as well as some charms on board for peace, for direction, as well as for protection. And of course, a key for knowledge, for knowing when and when not to engage in various situations. So this person is going to be getting this spell ball today, and I'm sure she's going to love it, because I know I actually love it. And what I did, if you can see it right there, is I actually wrote the intent on one of my parchment papers, and I placed it in the hollow end of one of my cinnamon sticks, so that it's in there and it's actually looking pretty cool. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the spell ball, about this one in particular, or about any ingredients that you might use for your own. And do me a favor, be sure, check out these videos down below, because watching another video after this video is going to be huge helpful for me, for our community to grow, and for all of us in general. So until next time, please be sure, be safe, be well, and as always, be blessed.